Hello for everyone. Today we will create this interior scene from this photo reference, but we will use Eevee render. And don't be scared, Eevee render is very useful also to create visualization, but you just need to learn how to use it correctly because sometimes when, for example, when we need to create some animation, we need to render a lot of images, and not always we need a very perfect physical based render. So uh, let me show you how it looks like. For example, this is render, this is a photo, this is my render in real time. So Eevee, it's also powerful, as you can see, and for some customers I think this quality is enough. It's enough, and we don't need to use cycles every time. So the idea is to today I will explain how I created this scene, and we will firstly we will model it, and after that apply some materials, light, and I will explain every step. So you will be able also create very beautiful animation, and it's very fast to render because one image is rendered something like 4 seconds, I think, or 4 or 5 seconds, and it's very fast for animation because with cycles I think we should render it maybe 30 seconds, something like this. But for Eevee, it's very fast. It's 3 seconds, and I think it's this information, this lesson will be useful. Also, I will show how I deal with some problems because be sure that Eevee cannot do all the things. For example, this roughness, refraction roughness, it's very complicated for Eevee. So I created some fake solution of this, but they are working fine in final render. So let's start. Firstly, I will just open new Blender with empty scene, and we will create everything from scratch. This scene I will sometimes open just to see which settings I set, because I'm pretty sure that this time I will not make exactly the same. Sometimes I will need some names of the assets that I took in the blend kit and other things. So um, yeah, so sometimes I will just open it, and don't be scared. It's okay. Also, I will adjust this file for you, so you will be able also to download and use it during your scene. So let me firstly explain that how we can create it. So I use in Blender last Blender 5.2. And firstly, we need some add-ons. For example, the first add-on we need FSPY, and link I will also put in description. So basically you just need to download this add-on, and also standalone application for your PC. It looks something like this. So um, you just need to follow all these instructions how to install it, and yeah, after that you will be able just to import FSPY files in Blender. This is the key for this step. So we just need to open this application and drag and drop our image reference. So now we will build our perspective. Let's disable this dim image because we don't see very well our lines. So what we need to do, we need to match these lines with some perspective lines or on our image. For example, this will be our x axis, these red lines, and these green lines will be our y-axis. But be sure that your z-axis need to be up. So this way we need to change our axis like this. So um, just swap them, swap red with green. The idea is to find some very clear lines that will explain for this application where is your perspective. So let me select, for example, this time this one, something like this. So now you can see that z axis is up, and this is correct. Also, I recommend to put this point on some point to understand that there will be our 0. So maybe let me put it here. Here will be our 0, and it's okay. Also, let me make it more. Yeah, I think it's enough. So now we let's put it here 0 close to door, because we know that door is something like 200 centimeters, 230 centimeters or 30. So I will just use this like our base height and base dimension to make our perspective with correct scale. So for that, let's go to along the z-axis. So our reference distance will be along z-axis, and just point it from 0 to here, and it will be 2.4. So this will help us to understand which scale it should be. Now is everything is finished, so we just can move to file and save this file to our folder. I will create new one because I have already this project, so new one, and let me say save it's some like new. And let's go to Blender again. Let's go to File, Import. After installation, you can be able to import this file. So FSPY, let me point where it is. Yeah, and just open this file. So now you can see that our 0 is correctly in here. And we have some camera in our scene. This camera now have background, and it's very good. Let me also turn on hotkeys that I'm using. So yeah, now we can see that we imported our base background, and we will start to build our base mesh. So for that, just let's firstly save our files like this. It's okay. So let's start to build our scene with like you are doing it's regular, like Shift A, plane. Let's start with plane, but I will just transfer it like this to understand that we are building with correct scale. Let's move these points, something like this. And we can see that we need to adjust it a little bit more to here. Let me also build walls. Just copy these two edges and separate them. Now we can see this will be our floor. Let's call it correctly. So it will be our floor. This will be our walls. So let me extrude it now. We can see that we have not correctly our tilt of the scene, so let's correct this tilt now. Let me go to camera and go to item. We can see here that we don't see, we need to have 90 here, so let's correct it. And after that we can see that our 0 it's little bit changes, so let's go to Y shifting and correct it something like this, and it will be okay. Yeah, now our tilt is corrected and we can path to building again. So let me also show you why it's red. I'm pretty sure that you will don't have this red because we are using face orientation to understand where is our normal. So I will invert it with just Alt N, and now our normals are correct. Also, let me change a little bit background because I don't see clearly our background. So let me go to camera, and here I'm pretty sure we have some opacity. So I will see our background better. And now I can make walls exactly like this. Okay, so now we can make our door, for example, with Control R, and let me go to full screen, and let me make these loops for our door and this window with Control R. Here we also can make some loop, and let's do this. Okay. We can delete it for now, and for door also let's delete this. What's next? I'd like to make this arc in the front, so maybe I will just copy this one and extrude it to Y and separate it like this, but not too much, uh, and turn a little bit here. Not too much. It's not important to. It's not necessary to build everything behind camera. But the idea is to create arc. We need to create arc, so I will just adjust it like here and create some additional. Let me delete this polygon for now, and with Control B we can make some. But let me first invert this. Invert these normals with Alt N. And we can make some bubble here, I think. Let me do this. If it will be very big, I will just switch it down a little bit, but only these vertices. Yeah. It seems like it's very big, but maybe... Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Also, we can make something like this. And I'm pretty sure that it's very close, so yeah. Now I will just close it to here, adjust here, and close here. I will just select this all the edges and fill them. So and just shade auto smooth with my right click. Yeah. Okay. Now we can build this glass behind and this wall, small wall. So for that, I will just fill this one and separate it. It's okay. Now I will just shift this scale, but it seems like it should be a little bit shifted. So maybe I will do it and make it a little bit fake. I know it will be fake, but it will be more like in our image. Also, okay. The problem is like I have also here some additional turn or not. No, it's okay. I'm sure I think it's okay. So now I can shift also this part down. Maybe it looks like not very perfect. I think it's because of the perspective, or it's like it is in reality. So let me keep it like it is. So I can also extrude this. I can extrude this. I don't know how much, but let me keep it like this. I can see from here that I can extrude it and know what exactly the width of this part. Yes, so now I can make it more, I think. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, and also let me adjust some glass here. So again, I will select this part, separate it, and move a little bit here. Extrude down, adjust some loop here, and go down and extrude down. Flip with the normals, and it will be our glass. Let's call it correctly, glass. And this will be part of our walls, so yeah. And let's adjust a little bit our floor until, yeah, boundaries, and also I want to make extrude here for the door and adjust floor till here. Let me create also some basic shape of door, also with additional line, and make alt n. And let me see how much it should be extruded. So something like this, I think it's okay. So basically, almost all the scene, base scene is created. I can also adjust some wall here, and let me create a ceiling. So ceiling will be also separate line that is extruded. Maybe till here it's okay. I will invert it, and yeah, basically it's okay. Let me also make some clipping because we don't need to see this. Oops, we don't need to see everything here. So it seems like our basic mesh is created, and we can path to this part. Maybe I will create this lamp, so it's also very easy. Let me create some new collection. This will be our base mesh, just not to um, make a lot of rubbish here. So it will be our uh, ceiling. Yes. Floor, walls, mm, door, and it's glass. What is that? It's also part of walls and auto smooth. Okay. So yeah, now I will create new collection and call it furniture. So it will be just something like this, or details. It's not important how we call this, but the idea is to call it some different name, just to make our structure more clear, to understand what happened here in our scene manager. So okay, so what we will do now, maybe I will just shift this. Well, I don't like how it looks like. So the idea is now to make lamp. I want to create and show you how I build it. So I just started with some cylinder. I just transferred it in the position, change scale in edit mode, and that correct radius of it like this, and like this. This part I scaled, and now now we can shift it a little bit, because it's obviously that it's not be so not we don't need to put it very close, and obviously uh, it should be in the middle of this part of this wall, something like this. So now we can understand where it should be and correct scale. Okay, we can now make inset and model our bottom part and scale it a little bit. Maybe more. Yeah. I think it's okay. Now we need to adjust it more with inset, scale more, and work with the metal part. So let me isolate only this camera and this part, because I don't want to see everything else. And just work with extrude. So it's also very basic work. So just extrude it. I will open also additional window to understand how I'm moving. So yeah, here I can see some additional loop, and I will make it maybe make Alt E. It's like extrude. Let me also change this X to show you my hotkeys. So basically it's just Alt N, Alt A. So you can Alt E, sorry, you can make some additional extrude, but along and normals. It's also very useful. So in this situation we need it. Okay. So now let's extrude this part more. Maybe S Shift Z can help us to make scale only without Z axis. So yeah, I will adjust new inset, make it something like that, make with Shift Z again inset, and moving just um, with these commands. Here I can see we have something like this. I don't know. Is it okay to create this part? Let's create it also, if we want to create something similar. So I will just copy this ring, fill it, and let me see in which part it should be. It seems something like here, but let me turn it and scale it. Oops, and scale it. Yeah. Now I can extrude it and adjust inset and again create Alt E. So now let me turn it and scale again a little bit. Okay. Okay, yes, I think it's okay. Maybe I don't want to match it exactly. No, don't want to waste this time. Now I need to adjust this part also. Make additional inset and scale it up until our ceiling. So it should be something like this, but I think it's too not too big. Yeah, maybe it's okay. And let me also adjust shade. So we have our lamp. Let me create mirror. Let me create mirror. It's also very easy. I will use this polygon. Just copy this, scale a little bit, P, separate, and now we have our separated polygon. So let me move it a little bit, like this one, and up. Now we can extrude it. Not too much, but okay. And here we can make some bevel, adjust more loops, and make something like this. I think. I know that we can change some parameter here, but I don't want to waste time search. I just will merge these two vertices, and now let's create some inset here. Inset to understand how much we need to do. Maybe it's okay, and extrude a little bit in front. Little bit, maybe more. Let me see. Yeah, maybe it's okay. But also let me adjust auto smooth. And let me see. Maybe I will delete this part and backside. Now I will adjust one edge here, here. So why I will do that? Let me do this again, but with bevel. So I will just make some additional loops to use now subdivision surface. So that's why I need to make this now. Now I will just separate this part from mirror. It will be only front part, and other sides I will delete. for this part, I will just subdivision surface. Let me search it, subdivision surface, to make it more smooth, and I will make maybe let me use solidify. We can use solidify in this situation, I think. Let me see. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I will create better by my hand, but let me turn off nav subdivision surface. I will just make like this, and let me move these vertices. I will invert normals, and let me use it again. So now we need to adjust some bevels. Let me do this. Let me do this. So just okay. So yeah, I will use smooth, and it's something like this. I think it's enough for this. Maybe I can also adjust some additional loops to make it more sharp, but it's okay. So we have our frame, we have our mirror. Very nice. So we are moving close to our other parts. For other parts, the most difficult, I think, is to create this profile in the bottom. Let me just follow this logic that we have here, this curve. So I will just create simple plane. I will create simple plane. I will do it everything. Only keep one point, and move origin to this point. So set origin to geometry. So now we can see only one point. And let me move this point now to our 0 axis. So I will just start to repeat this profile in the bottom. Here I can use Ctrl Shift B to adjust some bevel. And now we can see we need to move here a little bit. After that, here. So the idea is to repeat the same mesh, the same profile of the splint that we can see. So Control Shift B, Control Shift B. Okay. Yeah. So if we have some very close vertices, I will just make also smooth. Why not? 1, 3. Maybe it's too much, maybe only for this part, or I will just work better by my hand and just create it like this, because sometimes it's better to do like this. Yes, so we have some profile. I will don't use it like face, I will keep it like curve. And let me show you how to create. Now we need to use this line, for example, this and this, to point our bottom part of bottom line of this plint. So let me call it plint, and we need to convert it to curve. Now let's use our other curve, like our profile here. We can see object and use it with this. So now we can see some issues because our axes are not correct. So if we will move them, it will be something like this. But you can see some issues that it's not very it's not looking very well. So the idea is to use this, but it's these lines should be closed. So what I mean, so if I will move it like here, and The idea is that I need to close this polygon, and in this way it will be correct. You can fix it with some additional add-ons like sweep that I have. There are a lot of additional software that can help us to create very beautiful, very beautiful profiles. But I'm using, for example, other one. I will show you which one I'm using. I will delete this line, or maybe just use it something like this. So I will show you my way how I'm doing this, but also it's not for free because I'm using one add-on that called let me go to Superhive. It's called Sweep Profile. So it's okay to use. I'm pretty but only name I have. So I will just my modifiers and file with that. So as now it's correct, but you need to set your auto smooth. So as you can see, it's much better. But let me see how it looks like. Let me turn on origin. So yeah, something like this. It's okay. I will move this profile on from here. Also, I will delete some parts of this that I don't need. Like, for example, this one parts, I don't need it here. And also this part I don't need. Yeah, but other parts, it's okay. I think we can also edit little bit this plane because this profile, because it's not looking exactly what we need. So the idea is to scale it a little bit, something like this. Yeah, let me see again. And let me move it a little bit up. Yeah, we can also fill caps that it's necessary here. Let me call it profile. Yeah, so now we created something close to our plane that we have, and it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's too big, but it's okay. Yeah. The idea now is to let me create, for example, sync, and this part it's also easy. Let me duplicate this part, move it like this, and scale it. Now we can extrude it here. With all, we can just separate it. And we need to adjust here some additional loops, some bells, sorry. And for now, let me just some bevel, bevel, oh, pretty big bevel. So I will use for these not meters, I will use limiters, and it will be something 3 or 5, and adjust more segments, and maybe more. Yeah, and here we need to put hardened normals. Yeah, something like this. It's okay. We can save it. For now, I will just follow some meshes that I have in my scene because I don't remember their names and I want to use exactly the same. So this sync I took, let me see how it called. So is a modern bathroom sink. So let me search it. We can use some additional add-on to for some models and materials. It's called Blend Kit. Also, you can download it from their website. It's called Blend Kit. So yeah, here you can download Blend Kit, and there you can follow all the instructions and install it. So how it called? Let me return to this previous scene. So modern bathroom sink. So let's search it. Modern bathroom sink. Oops. Modern bathroom. Yeah. One moment. Let me see again. Okay. I will just copy this name. Maybe it will be much easier. Yeah, here it is. So just drag and drop, and you have your asset, and you don't need to waste a lot of time to model it. So I will rotate and put in the position I want. Something like this, but in the middle of the mirror. Yes, so okay. Think we have for now. Also, we need this button here. I also, as I remember, I was searching like switch or something like this. Let me search. I yeah, yeah. So just drag and drop this switch. And what's more, also I created this handle and these details of the door. So let me do it very fast. So I will just start with some simple cylinder, scale it more, much more, put it right to the door, and let's work with this better, little bit better. It's very fast. It's not too much work to do. Yeah. Scale this part down. This part also. And let me do additional. I will open the second view to see how it looks like with my camera. You see your camera, it's 0 on your numpad, so but in this window I will use isolation because I don't want to see everything here. Yeah, so I will delete this polygon, and this part extrude with Alt E. Yes, something like this. Okay, just copy this part with all. Yeah, and maybe not too close, not too far from the door. Something like this, I think will be okay. And we can move this part and all the handle like this. Okay. This part also, it's very easy to do. I just will copy some vertex from this camera and move it. Oops. Extrude up. Now I will adjust this, scale this part, extrude, flip, maybe separate it to work only with this. Yeah. Now we can extrude this part, move everything a little bit in front. Again, isolation we need. Okay, in other direction. And here we can see some problems. Fix this. Also this one. We'll delete everything here. Yeah, like this, and like this. Move it a little bit in front. Yes. And we need some circles. So to create circles, just we need to copy this polygon, and now we can make it like circles with our F2 tools, but they are by default now in the Blender. So yeah, and copy it here. Maybe I think it's okay, it's enough. And now let me move it a little bit in front. Yeah, and copy down 2 times. Maybe not the same, but the logic is, I think the logic is clear. So we can also use some bevel, I think, here. Bevel. Okay. Yes, so it seems like we have everything. So now we can work with materials and path to the lighting. But firstly, I recommend to start with the lighting to understand a little bit how it works. And after that, it's much easier to work with materials. Okay, so let's start from the lighting. For this, let's watch our reference. Let's return to our reference, and yeah, the idea is like we have some basic light here. It will be the main light. Also, very important light, it will be first one. The second one will be from here, from our window, from glass. So it's also a very important part of this lighting in this scene. Everything else is not too much important. We can see something like here, it's some ambient light, we will repeat it. It's not important, but these two lights need to create all atmosphere here in our render. So let me delete this annotation. For this, we need to, firstly, we need to separate this mesh to two different parts. For two different parts, because we need to make here light material, and let's create it. It will be light lamp. Yeah, and other part, Control I, we need to create some metal. So I will just call it metal. But to start, for beginning to set correctly lighting, I recommend to using some simple material like a gray material like wire, called it wire for the windows, everything else for the walls, and make it something like this, a little bit more dark. Yeah. So now let's return to our settings of the renderer. So here we can see we have cycles. So let's change it to Eevee. And here we have some samples, but the most important thing is ray tracing. I recommend you to use NVIDIA video card, because without ray tracing, it will be complicated to achieve this quality that I'm showing. So here, let's put it 1:1. This, let me explain you. This, we can just launch render and see how it looks like. It seems like we have some issue. We need to wait a little bit. So the idea is like this. This value can set our quality of ray tracing in our scene. So 1:1, it's little bit heavy for the scene, but for the first launch, it's okay. We need to set these values, but let me do it after this. For now, it's very important for us to use this material, as I said before, wire materials for everything. So let me also apply it for everything else, uh, like this for floor. Uh, I think I need to close my second scene because it's a row of my memory, I think. So I don't need it anymore. Yeah. So for now, let's adjust everywhere our wire material. This wire material will help us to set lighting correctly. So in the metal also I can use wire now. Here we will have mirror, so I will just create it now and call it mirror. Go to surface and make metallic roughness in the 0, and this will be like in the pure white. Okay, this will be glass, so but it will be like fake glass with light, so I will just call it fake glass, and I will explain it later. Now I can just use some emission with 5 maybe, and nothing more. Yeah, for now also let me apply a material. Let me see how it looks like. Yeah, it's okay. Let me delete this part for this plint. I don't want this. So let me apply also wire to the plint here in the geometry nodes modifier. Yeah. So now it seems something like this, and it's okay, but we need now to create one of the most important thing in the Eevee lighting, and this is light probes. We go here, shift 8, light probe, and volume. So basically, it's just spheres inside our room and or volume, and they will catch light in every point of this room, so it will transfer this light into every point of our object in this room. So it's something like baking in the Unreal Engine or other software, but it's inside Blender. So we need only to adjust more quality here to, for example, more points like this. And when we will put it inside of our room, be sure that all these spheres are inside of your walls, so they will be not higher, or so every of these points should be inside, very exactly side of the room. Uh, mm, Something like this, and let me open the full screen and make it very close, because all of this seams, all of these small spaces we will see, and we need to do it much such close as we can, such close as we can, with just scaling it, and also with this and also with this in the height we need to put it very exactly. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's not okay to put it because of plint, but I think it's okay. Let me use this, but we now only need to change this quality to 100. And yes, so before baking, we can see that we have something like this. Let me also hide my ceiling. So before baking, let me put wire also here material. So before baking, it's something like this, as you can see. So let me now do baking. Also, I will separate everything about lighting in a separated collection like this. Light, and go transfer here volume, and maybe this lamp also I want to transfer to light. Yeah. Okay, so now I go to settings of this volume and let me bake press bake light cache. So basically now we are waiting that our lighting in our scene will be baked and more beautiful. So let me wait a little bit, and we need to make some fix some issues that we have, especially in the corners like this. So everything, all of these problems we can fix very easy. But you can see that we are now more close to our result that we have here, and it's very important. It's very important to repeat it with with Eevee, sorry, but not with cycles. So let me go to the settings of renderer, and here we can see some additional settings. With them we can move little bit more to better quality. So let me set it here. In the settings of our volume, we can move this bias. So it will just help us to fix some issues in the corners. So this bias, you can see that we can work with it. So now it's important also we don't see this light, so let's apply this material, emission material, to here. But I recommend to make not too much environment lighting. So let's go to shader editor and world, and I'd like to use I have some IG right here. I don't want it, I just want to white color, black background, and nothing more. But as I remember, I had 0.4 to not to do it very too much. So now I think I can make a backlight cache again, but before it I will create also a material for lamps. So for that, let's go to the settings of this light lamp, and I will extrude one more window, and let's work with this material. So now it's principal BSDF, we don't want it, we need to emission. We need emission, but not only, sorry, not, let me turn off this volume because it's a little bit difficult. So we need to apply wire here, and light lamp we can use for color black body. So black body is like a temperature for your light source. So just it's like have little bit strange name, but in Blender it's like a temperature. So 3 uh, like something like this, I think, maybe more. Let me see. Let me make a baking again and see, because as I remember, I was turning off some emissions. So let me bake it again. Maybe I will need to make it more higher. Okay, now it's baking. Also, I remember I used some additional lighting, not only for this source, but also for the behind the screen. So we will create it also just with light, a real light, like this, but set the size like we have with a rectangle, and like this. Yeah, and move it a little bit far. So now I will also turn off a shadow of this glass. Here we can turn off shadow. Let me search shadow. Yeah, so this portal, we will call it portal. Yes, so it will be our portal. I will think about camera. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So let me adjust a little bit this portal and see. Influence. So maybe now we will don't use it. We will make our attention on our lamp, because now it's like obviously that it's looks like not like here. So for that, we need to create some additional area light, maybe. Let me try firstly with the point light. If it will be not okay, we will use area light, because I don't remember. I don't remember. It was area or it was okay, it was area, but in the disk mode. Yeah. So let me put it here. And here we have also temperature. I will put now 3000, and let me make it a little bit smaller and turn off in the glossy, because we don't want to see it in the mirror. So we will go here and turn on it glossy. Yeah. Now just make it not too big, and maybe I will move it a little bit far from here. I don't like how it looks like close to the close to the close to the wall. It looks like very ugly. So let me think how I should fix it. Maybe 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 let me use spotlight. We should try different light source for different situation. The idea is just to not to worry about how we're doing this, but how it looks like in the result. So for example, now as you can see, I'm doing it with different I'm trying different methods, different but the idea is to achieve good result. I don't know why this light source not working. Let me see. Maybe it's because of the volume. Okay, so the problem was on the volume, so I just changed it points to 10 and 10 and 10. So basically, I think it was too much. So I just move it a little bit and build cache again. So now spotlights are working. So let me just light spotlight and let's put it here under our lamp and work a little bit with this spotlight. So I will adjust radius more, maybe like this, and work with the angle more, blend. And now we can adjust some temperature. Yeah. I think it's not enough to use temperature. We should use some color here, because you can see some yellowish. So yeah, so I think it's better to use a color. But the idea is to use spotlight. And as you see, you need to work a little bit with this angle, with temperature, and set correctly your volume, as I said. Okay, so this is the one of the slide source. The second one, I'd like to disable maybe this one, because it's creating a little bit weird, result. So I will turn off emission. Let me turn off it and rebuild it again. For the portal, I see this shadow. I don't like this shadow, by the way. So I need to maybe normalize it, or let me see. I don't like how it looks like, this sharp shadow. So maybe let me return shadow. And maybe we will don't use this portal. It creating some weird effect here. So I think this emission is enough, but as I said, also let's turn off this glossy effect in mirror. We don't want it. So basically lighting, it's something like we see on the reference, but we need to work a little bit more with the reflection and material. About reflections, it's very important to put other very important object. It's called plane or sphere light probe, because our reflection will be more beautiful if we will use these planes and uh, the surfaces where we need very beautiful reflection. How it works, like when I'm moving this plane, it will create and using ray tracer to create very beautiful reflection in this surface. If I will don't use it, it cannot. But if we will use, it will be beautiful. So I will keep one here and copy it for our floor. So if I will just use other material for floor, you can see that we have beautiful reflection now. For example, I will use other one. I will create, for example, floor and make it very uh, like like uh like a mirror, so we can see that this plane are setting correctly our reflections. So yeah, we will use it to make our reflections beautiful. So okay, it's something like this. For now, I'm happy. Maybe I'd like to little bit just more blend for our spotlight, make it more intense too. But it seems like it's okay for now. What we can do now? Now I'd like also adjust some bloom. You can see here we have some bloom, and it's good to adjust it in the compositor. So let's move to compositor, create some node and use bloom. But as I said, we need to little bit work with it, because now we don't have very beautiful threshold, maybe just more strength. And here we need to put it always, so we will see the bloom now. And it's too much. It's too much. Let's work with threshold. So yes, so now it's better. Maybe not too much. Yeah, but the idea to see a little bit this bloom, because it will be more clear for us about lighting. Yes, so now we can pass to materials. For example, the main material here is on our walls. Also, let me make more exactly these points. As you can see, we have some issues. Yes, just make it close to our ceiling, to our floor and walls. And rebuild again. Let me turn off maybe this screencast or make them a little bit smaller. Yeah. So now it's better. I think I don't need to rebuild it, but what we will do next, let me create this material on the wall. So let's go to blend kit, but change the mode to the plaster. And and search something like plaster. Why not? Oops, my Ukrainian language. Plaster, plaster. It's okay, this one. Yeah, but the idea we need to change color. So to change color, it's very easy. Let's go to shader editor. We can see that this material automatically applied some UV mapping, and it's okay. We can use them, but let's go to our diffuse, our base color, and make mix color. Make mix color and just use this color like our color regular, and use a multiply node. Multiply and full. So we can see maybe it's too saturated. Less saturated. Let's make it, and little bit change hue. So now if we will see, it's too saturated. Yes, sure, with the light. Uh, but it seems like we also need to desaturate little bit our light. So let me do this now, but not too much. Yeah. Okay, so if we will have some problem, I will fix it later. Maybe less saturated wall. Okay, what's next? Next one is I'd like to make this marble, for example, smoke marble. My white marble. Here we have some white marble. Let me search something similar. I don't remember. Okay, I think this one is okay also. Yeah. But I want to change a little bit the roughness of this material. So let's go to roughness here and make it like mix color maybe. Oops. Mix color, make it too dark and like this. And also IOR I will change to 3 maybe. Oh no, it's too much. 2. 2, and it's better. Yes. Maybe not too much, maybe 1.7. Yeah, but the idea to not create too rough material. Yeah. What's next? I'd like to make door. To make door, we need to search some plaster also, but work with it a little bit. Something more rough, maybe like this. But I change it from here. I don't want to change it here. I want return marble. Here we need plaster wall, but not this one. I think how it called plaster wall. Yeah, so I just need to adjust mapping. I will make it. Maybe too much. So yes, but I don't see the same result. So as I see, it's procedurally generated. Yeah, no, it's okay. So I will just disable this color. I don't want this displacement and normal map. I just need to search some noise texture that I have here. I think this one is okay. So I will use it for roughness. Let me see. This maybe better this one. I will use it for roughness just with color ramp. Just with color ramp, put it in roughness, and let me see how it looks like now. We will adjust some additional color for it. So let me return to the image we have and pin it. So we need something like this. So for that, let's go and make some color ramp, but the color will be something like this. So we will achieve beautiful result. As we can see, it's something like this, but we can work better with the roughness and we can use it for the factor. So if I will put it like this, I will use hue and saturation also to kill saturation a little bit and move it in the direction I need. But as we see, we need to decrease value a little bit, change roughness. It seems like it's too much. Okay, so we need to work with it. We can use any dirt texture, but the idea is to make rough surface, and we can achieve it like this. Let me correct the hue. We can see some also reflection here, but we don't see it here. So for that, I think we can fake it. We can maybe fake it, or let me see. We need to do the same effect like here. So for that, we can fake it also with some additional lighting, but maybe not so intensive. Or I can make some point light, for example, this one. So it will be not reflection, but I will also turn off a shadow for this and make three the same color I need from the here. Oops. From here and just decrease. Maybe not so saturated. Not so saturated. More powerful. The idea is to use our other. The idea is to use other. Oh, we can see now it from the from this reflection. It's not good, so I don't know. Is it good idea? I think no, it's not good idea. So let me think how to solve this. We don't want to see it here, so and here we also don't want to see it. Okay, I will create a spot. Will create some point, but I will put it behind the sink, like here, and turn off shadow, just not to see it in the mirror, but to see in the door. I don't know how to do that. I will turn off it here maybe. the glossy, move it like this, and again use the color, kill with saturation, but I don't want to do it very large. So basically we also need to put some limits for this, because it's not should be very. Let's return glossy. Without glossy it's not okay. Just put it behind camera, maybe not to see here. Okay, so maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can fix it another way, just work better with our reflection. Let me copy this one. And with this material, I'll do it roughness for now. And as we see, this lamp is not working correctly, so it's shine, but not too much for this reflection, I think. So what we should do, let me use light path. Maybe light path will help us to mix colors and make some logic for this. So the logic is like, here we should use more intensity value than here. So I will just use mix shader to fake this logic, make it fake. So glossy ray will just mix them, so this one will be more shine. I don't know, will it works or not? Mm, it seems that it should work. And value, let me use value for example. Value working, so this also part should. The roughness. Okay. So yeah, we need to work just better with this material, so let me use simple color, because little bit different, difficult to understand what happened here. So I will just use some color, kill saturation, a bit more dark. Basically, we achieved something similar, I think. We can also work better with these settings here of our map. Make it more sharp, I think, yeah. But I think it's pretty close. We can also move our UV mapping to make it more big, maybe like this. But I think this door is pretty the same. Here we can use some metal. It will be some chrome. So let me search some Chrome for this detail. Like this, it's okay. Yeah, but let me turn on smooth mode. And for this one also, but auto smooth. It will be also Chrome. Yeah, but I don't like how it looks like, so I will use this modifier. What we see here is some issue. Auto smooth. It may be better auto smooth to use here. Maybe subdivision surface can help, but not here. Weight normal. Weight normal. I think weight normal. It's okay. Working fine from this distance. Okay, but we have too much light, I think. Now we have too much light, so let's go to shader editor. Maybe we don't need here. It's not necessary. So as I understand, yeah. Okay, what's next? The next step, I'd like to create ceiling because it's very easy here. It's I will just make some same plaster like for the walls, so plaster walls, but make a copy and kill a color. Kill color and make it more dark, maybe like this. Yeah. Or make a mix color. The multiply and just this tone is too dark, I think. But but I think it's okay because achieve the same color I can. Sure, I can. For example, this or but it's not necessary. It's not too big detail this color, so you can work with it. But I don't see any reason now to do this. Oh yeah. The most important here, I think, is these tiles. So we need to find some floor tiles. Some floor tiles and just edit them a little bit to make something similar. This one looks the same. I think something similar. Let me see. I'm not sure that it's the same from the previous scene, but it seems better. And let me scale it a little bit with the Eevee. So uh, yeah, it's something similar. So if we will change a tone, it will be very good. But make sure you are doing well with these corners. So to achieve this, just moving UV correctly. Yeah. But as I said, you need to change tone. Let's do this. We can edit in the base color. So I will just use hue saturation. Firstly, to see how it looks like without color. So it seems like we have some color from this lighting, and I'm pretty sure that we need to fix it now, so I will make it with mix color. Let me see how. Oh, we have some brick texture, so it's procedural material. It's very nice. It's very nice because now I can make it with this one, with this color, for example, and we can see it now multiply. We need to keep these white seams, so it's also very necessary. Let's little bit change this value. We can see that okay, I will build my own logic because it's a little different to understand what happened here. So it seems like we have here some okay, I understand. So yeah, so we need to move from here to this one. So let's just make a multiply. Okay, what is the problem? Mm-hmm. Let me use other color mix. So this noise I can use for the mix node, for this mix node, and I will mix two colors, this and more dark, this. So let me see how it looks like now. Okay, correctly. Now I will make a other mix, but in the different mode, in the screen mode, with this texture. So, oops. Basically, we are just making some easy things with these procedural nodes to mix them correctly. So now, as I move in these sliders, I can achieve a little bit better result. I can make it more dark, maybe. Let me see. It's white. Mm-hmm. Yes, so now it seems like something similar, but maybe too much contrast. Much contrast, and I think the uh, tone is a little bit off, so can use hue saturation, correct it. Oops, hue saturation value to correct it, like this. Two. I think saturation it's good to just be like this. Also roughness, I don't like how it looks like roughness, so roughness we need to correct. We need to correct it. Just with the noise I can use other noise texture to make it, but with color ramp. Yeah, and put it in the roughness. Let me firstly see how it looks like. Work a little bit with it. Yeah, and let me see now. Maybe not too black because it will be just perfect. We don't need it. Okay, we have also called roughness, so we will use the same. Don't need code here. So yeah, but not too black. Too much. Okay. Okay, I think something like this. Pretty sure that lights it's too saturated, so this spotlight I will kill it. Yeah. And now we can kill the saturation of material, sure. Not too much, but yeah. Okay, what's next? I don't like the tone of the wall, also it's a little bit off. So just kill saturation and move it a little bit. Like this, maybe. And much light. Yeah. Okay. Now, now I'd like to use other material for this wall, but I can make a copy of this one that I have, or use the other one that I had. Let me open my previous scene. There I have the name of this material. So here, for example, it's called black tiles. So let's return to our file and use black tiles. So let me search it firstly. Black tiles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's this one. But we don't need it everywhere. I will separate this part. Yeah, so only here. It's not this one. This one. Oh, no, no. Okay, only for this part, please. Oh, okay. It seems like this add-on working little bit not as I was expecting, but the problem is now we need also to fix the UV mapping. UV mapping for this. And yeah, and also we need to a little bit scale or not. Scale, it's okay. I think we need now to change tone of these tiles. So let's go to hue and saturation. Put, for example, 5. It's too much. It's too much. So let's kill contrast. Try to kill contrast like this, and make mix color. Let's choose some multiply color like this one. But as I said, we need to maybe fix it more, and I don't like how the roughness looks like it's not correct, so use like this, but with color ramp better, more realistic with color ramp. So like this, but it don't have too much. Normal map almost doesn't. Yeah, and maybe more IOR. I'm pretty sure I could make it here for the door, make more IOR, but not okay. Let's keep it like it was, but yeah, we can increase sometimes reflection with IOR. So here, here I'd like to adjust a little bit spotlight now. And it seems like I want more saturation of it. Yeah. Okay, let's work a little bit more with this styling. With these styles, kill a little bit more contrast. Yeah. I think something like this, it's okay. Maybe more dark. Let me do this more dark and not so saturated, maybe. Yeah. And let me move this spotlight. Also, I don't like the how it looks like here. So yeah, but basically I think it's okay. More dark door we need. And less saturated. And also a little bit other hue. Now it's better. Now it's better, but roughness. Yeah. Let's adjust UV mapping and material for here, for this part. I'll just convert it to the mesh. Use tiles, the same tiles like on the floor. Ceramic floor tiles. Oops. Yeah, and here we will work with UV maps. I will delete all the seams and select all the seams here. Create new one, and this one also I need to select this. Control Alt Shift Alt, and here make seam, unwrap, and let me see now. So as you see, we need to also, we can make it with the box mapping, by the way, as I think. Maybe. Let me use only one UV map channel and make it with box mapping. And I can join it to make it the same. Make it box mapping. It looks like here. UV editor. So yeah. And these parts I will move. Yes. Also here. But I don't like how it looks like here, so it was better to use by unwrapping. It was better. Yes, so maybe I will just can fix this one. Mm, the idea is we need to scale it correctly. To put it in the line correctly. And here I will solve this. I'd like to also put it everything put down and snap, because now we can see that it's not good. So basically I was just move this like this and rotate it, this one and this one also, and rotate. This one rotate. Oops, rotate with control. And this one like this. So now we can see everything should be snapped, but not this. This also you need to snap. And this it's okay. So now it's more better. I can now match it better just by moving this. This I'd like to just move without seams. And this one. Yeah, perfect. Here we can also a little bit move. Okay, and here okay, this is good results. So yeah, the most difficult was these tiles on the floor, as I remember it took many times when I was creating this first time. So idea now is to create this glass behind. So I prepared simple texture for this, so I will use this texture and explain you how I created it. So it's just basic photo from the stocks, but I little bit change it to not to see some watermarks or something like this. So just drag and drop, use like this, but I will use unwrapping, and let me put it to make beautiful, just to make beautiful mm, vision of these leaves. So I will just tweak these polygons to achieve some interesting result that I see here. And I want to control contrast of it. So I will just make a little bit more contrast, I think, like here we see. And maybe with hue and saturation I will more work better, so I will kill saturation a little bit. Yeah, but basically it's like this. The logic is like this. Yeah. So instead of creating some glass, waste a lot of time for this glass, I just created this logic, this texture, and it's working well, pretty good and well, so I'm happy with this. Now we can work with the frames. So for frame I will just use simple black frame by that I created by my hand, just tweaking this to black and using some roughness like this one, and that's it. Maybe some auto smooth better solution, but the logic is like this, not to waste a lot of time. But for our mirror, we can see that we have some scratch, some dirt. So for that I will explain you new thing. This it will be first time that I show you this. So we have our mirror, so let's use some noise texture. Just simple procedural noise texture. I will also a little bit just roughness of it. Maybe let me make it scale maybe more big, but now we will use image texture, but we will create it inside Blender. So just we can keep the size like this. It will be our mirror dirt. Let's go to mirror dirt. So let's also create other UV mapping called a dirt, and we will use this UV map to drive this texture that we created, UV dirt. So basically now we can draw this texture from here, and we will mix our noise with this texture. So I will just use mix color to mix a noise and with this texture. So basically it will be black or noise texture. So let me show you how it works. So now we can draw on this texture like in the paint mode, texture paint. So we can see black tiles. We are painting with X. We can change color. Oops. Yeah, sorry, the problem was it's like before drawing, you need to unwrap our UV map, so we should have some UV maps to draw. So sorry for this error. So now we can paint it in our paint mode. So just drive this mirror dirt, and just with X we can change colors. So the logic is like this one. So the logic is like we have some dirt, and if we will paint, we will see some noise, but we need to invert it. So I will make like this. So now we see a lot of dirt. I will control it with a color ramp. Uh, color ramp, not to see too much, but and not too rough. But the idea is like this. So to see very good, I will show you with these parameters. So now if I will draw, I will see very clear here. So If I will open with all the scene, and if I will draw here, so you will be able to see very clearly in this mirror. So the logic is like this. And but I recommend to draw. Firstly, we need to save this texture. If we are painting it, so we sometimes need to save it. For example, for this part, it's not important, but yeah, the logic is like let me see. So okay, I will decrease little bit strength and draw it like someone are tried to clear it with his hand. So yeah, to achieve some realistic result. Okay, yeah, I think it's enough. Now we can fix a little bit this is the scale, maybe not too much, but also with this slider is the with this color ramp. So yeah, it's this is how I fix this mirror to create the something similar that we see in reference. So let's return to it and see again the wall result, how it looks like. Uh, it's pretty good. It's pretty the same, I think, but I'd like to change a little bit spotlight, make it more saturated, desaturate walls. Desaturate walls. I don't know why, but they seem very, very saturated. And maybe change a tone of these walls. Mm, let me see. Hmm. Okay, we can also fix this texture with some trick. I will show you. It is I select this wall, so I will use light path, and use a mix node, mix shader. Sorry. So the idea is to drive this color and make it fake. Make it fake. So directly in the camera, we will see a little bit other color that are working a little bit with different logics. So I will just copy this, make like this. And the idea is like now it's a little bit different, but I will connect everything again. And maybe I will delete this displacement. I don't want it. Roughness. But as I said, now I can control this color. I can control this color, make it a little bit other. Maybe like this. Also, I want to decrease saturation here on this stone. I don't see any changes, by the way, of it, but that's it. What's more? Here I can see that I see other material. I want something like on the ceiling, but I will make it by myself with other painted wall. How it called? Let's call it ceiling. And I will use it here Yeah, like this. Let me bake lighting again and see how it looks like. Go here, back again. Let's wait. Because I see some issues with the lighting. I don't like how it looks like this very ugly material of the walls. It seems very off, like we see on the reference. And I'd like to match lighting of this uh, and UV maps of this wall. Okay, so let me drive this intensity more. 3, not much, but this. Okay. Uh, this this lighting, can we make it more? Yes, we can. And we should, but not too much. 7. 7, it's okay. Maybe it's too much. I'd like to mix it with some gradient also. Gradient texture, but uh, make it like this. With a gradient texture, because I don't like how it looks like. I'd like to make it a little bit off to control it better. So now it will be more natural. Let me see, but change it from here. Maybe on the strengths, let's put it. Okay. Uh, okay, but multiply and value. And use color ramp to drive a little bit bottom more. Hmm? Yes, more. Here, let's put 7. And I'd like to return the saturation that I had. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, something like this, but let me see. Yeah, it's pretty close. I'd like to increase maybe this lamp much. Yeah. Let's work a little bit better with these UV maps here. Okay. I'd like to. I don't know why I can't match this color of the walls. And let me see again this material. Maybe I will delete this logic from here. I don't know why this part here. This one I will increase or not. Now it's too much. Okay, so I'd like to rotate everything here. And obviously we have also to fix this. Yeah. Okay, and here. Okay, pretty good. So here we have also some Chrome. Let's use clean Chrome. Yeah. And yeah, and let's fix this tone of the walls. Again, I will return to this logic. I will delete. It's not working well as I was expecting. Just correct the tone of this. Just correct the tone of this because I can try to use a saturation here in color management. Why not? I have also it here, I think, somewhere or not. No, here we don't have this, but anyway, color management, we have some white levels, white balance. Let me see if I will tweak this. No, it's not a good idea to change it, obviously. And this one also. I also don't like how it looks like this weird yellow effect. I'm sure that it's because of lighting. Let me correct our spotlight. I think we can fix it with the lighting. Let me see. We have some radius, blend, and let me see. It should be very large, so maybe I can. Maybe I can edit it. No, radius will not custom distance, maybe. No. Yes, custom distance affect very well. So this is how can we achieve this weird color. But we need to adjust this this color of this lighting. For that, I think we can use some light path, maybe. Light path. Let me see. In reflection, in diffuse ray, ray depth. What if I will adjust volume more? It will drive it more, but it's not what we should do. Maybe, but not too much. Yes, and let me think. Let me think. Sometimes we need to think how to solve some problems. So let's rebake it again. Maybe let's adjust some additional portals. And I think I changed these spotlights too much. So let's adjust more distance to see this light here. But I think it's too much. So let me use mix light light path to make fake light of this, to make more light of it. So let's mix color, just mix. Let's use just mix. So is camera will be 1 1 5 is shadow, is diffuse ray 0. We need to separate it. Shadow ray is camera ray. No, it will not work correctly, so we can fake it here, but we can create a area and create some portal as I was expecting before. Like here, and let me see. Let's increase it more, and let's turn off shadow of this shadow here and this portal here. Let's configure it better. So it seems a little bit off, and let me move it more. Yes, but it's very sharp, so need to work with it a little bit. It's creating some weird effects, so portal is not working well here. Let me think. Let me think. Let me return it, but can I move it inside? I can move it inside, but very... No, it's a little bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly, and I don't like how it looks like. I will also turn off it in glossy ray. So it's not a good idea. Let me go to the world settings and drive it from here. Little bit, not too much. Make it 0.5. And again, let's go here. What if I will drive it more from the fake glass? From here, or here. And it will be okay, I think. Yeah. So I can also bake it now, but let me see. Yeah, now it's very bright and it's okay. It's okay. So let me decrease it to 8. Bake it again. So yeah, the idea is to put this emission option here to be able to bake it correctly. And now we can see it's very bright. It's like too bright, I think. For this, we will little bit decrease it. Yes. And let me think now. Okay, something like this. Now I see that result. It's pretty close. Maybe a little bit fix the tone of the walls. Make it more dark, I think, or more saturated. A little bit dark and less saturated. Yes, and the floor. I don't like how it looks like it's too seems very off. Especially these white lines. I don't see them white. So maybe bump. Not the problem of the bump. I think it's a problem here. Screen. Let's make a multiply. Okay, and put here some value. Value. And let me see again. I don't know, is it okay? Use mix vector. Use it here because I want to make white lines more bright, and for that I need to use more than one. For example, 5. Yes, like this. So that's not too dark. And it seems I removed something, but let me return it. Yes, so we need to make mix node, but drive it with the brick and use one instead of this texture. And now let me see. It will be 1. It will be 0, 2, 5. Yes, so this clamp's result, I think. Yeah, the solution was this. Now I think it's better. Huh. Color multiply, maybe directly. And I'm pretty sure I need to use here something like this. Okay. Okay, let's work a little bit with the tone. More to yellow. 3. Less difference here. Okay, I'm I think it's pretty close. So the idea is you can make more, exactly, more like you see. You can work with the materials, but as you see, the render is pretty good. So I will just now put some settings here. For example, the resolution is the same like we had in the image with which we are working. Here I don't think we can change it. It's okay, we can make it like this. We can adjust some light path, but this value will work fine. So I will just make render image, and you will see that everything working pretty fine, and timing it's pretty good. So the idea is to we achieved the pretty good quality and very fast, and now it's ready for animation, and we will render it much more fast than with cycles with other softwares. So I hope this lesson will help you to see the possibilities of Eevee render more, and you will use it in some situation when you will need some very fast renders. And yeah, it was the very good experience for me. So if you have some questions and or you need some additional files, for example like this sweep profile, I will adjust it in the description, so you will be able to download this scene and investigate part and settings of this scene. So thank you for your attention and your time, and see you later.